Which two lead principals have been at their current school the longest, again, in our district? You need a minute to think about it? I'll give you a second, okay? Let's go. Need more time? Okay. So the answer is Mrs. Anna Rains at K-8 Tuggers Crossroads and Dr. Scott Walters at Lebanon High School. Both will officially hit their 10-year anniversary as lead principals at their respective schools in July. Let's start with Mrs. Rains. She's a Wilson County native, and Tuggers Crossroads is a special place to her for this special reason.
We are small, but I know these families. I know these kiddos. I mean, my staff. It's just family.
So what was her path in getting to Tuggers Crossroads?
I started teaching here in 1999. I taught middle school math for 13 and a half years. Then I had an opportunity to go to Lebanon High School as assistant principal for 2.5 years. And when the position opened up for principal here, I wanted to come home.
She's in her 26th year in education overall. And some might say, well, that 30-year retirement benchmark is within sight. But she says, not so fast.
Sure, I could retire at my 30, but I don't. This is all I know. This is what I love doing, and so therefore, I don't foresee that happening in 4 years.
From Tuggers Crossroads, we head to Lebanon High School, where Dr. Scott Walters has been leading the charge there since 2015. He has a candid story about how he landed at Lebanon High.
When I went in for my interview for this job, there were actually 5 schools that were going to need principals the next school year. And so what they did was they just interviewed people for an opening wherever. And so I said, well, I only want to be at one place. So I will answer all the questions as if I'm going to Lebanon High School. And if that's not where, I end up, then I'm happy to just stay where I am. So that worked out for me.
Educational leadership runs deep in Dr. Walters' blood. Originally from Southern Arkansas, his parents have strong teaching and administration backgrounds. He learned the ropes at a young age.
My mom was an elementary teacher, and then she was a principal in a building for more than 20 years. My dad went on to be a superintendent eventually, and so we had a lot of conversations at the dinner table where we were told, you can't repeat this. This is my 20th year in education, 10 years in one spot, one school, one job is the longest, I've done something consistently.
As he moved into his professional life, he eventually would become an assistant principal at Mount Juliet High. That's where the late, great Mr. Mel Brown served as principal. He was a mentor to many, including Dr. Walters.
He handled things calmly, wisely. He said a lot without saying too much. Sometimes you're not sure what he was saying, but you got the gist. He expected a lot, but he didn't do that by instilling fear in anybody.
Dr. Walters carries a seemingly calm demeanor around at all times. But is he always like that?
I would love to say so. My guess is if you pulled my assistant principals in and were like, is he like this all the time behind closed doors? They probably would spill the beans.
Staying even-keeled is what he strives to do daily, and his staff is appreciative of that character trait.
People give back to you what you give, and so I learned early on that it is not going to make my teachers or my students feel any better if I'm walking the halls upset about something, riled up about something.
In a profession that can see some moving and shifting around on a yearly basis, Dr. Walters and Mrs. Rains keep building on their longevity at their current schools, and they wouldn't have it any other way.
This is a special place, and it has my heart.
It reminds me a lot of home. My hometown in Arkansas is a lot like Lebanon demographically, size-wise. There was so much potential I saw and I learned about this school when I was at central office, and I just was really excited about the opportunity to come here and do some things that I thought were just really important.
So on this National Principals Day, both offer this encouragement to their fellow principals within the district and perhaps beyond.
That I'm just thankful to be a part of such a wonderful group of leaders. Thankful that anytime I call, they're always there to answer any questions that I have, and I'm the same for them.
Ask questions, find a mentor, and that doesn't have to be someone older than you or more experienced than you. Sometimes it's just somebody who might be like good at one little thing that you're not good at or you don't feel comfortable with or whatever. So I just think finding community among other principals is really important.
Thank you so much to all of our principals for all that you do each and every day. I'm Bart Barker with Wilson County Schools.